Welcome. I'm Quincy from the Teaching and Learning Center. And in this Canvas in 5 tutorial, I've got 5 minutes and 5 minutes only to show you how to use Canvas announcements to streamline communication, reduce inbox overload, and prevent students from missing important updates. Are you ready? Let's get into it. To get started, go ahead and click on the announcement link in the main menu. This will take you to a list of previously created announcements. If you have any, they'll all appear right here. But to create our first announcement, let's go ahead and click on the Add Announcement button. And for this example, I'm going to call this Assignment Opens Friday to hopefully get the participants' attention on what this announcement includes. And next, go ahead and pay attention to this editor area in the middle. So this looks like the typical editor on most Canvas pages that you'll find. And this will include the features to be able to format text, include and embed links, as well as images and even multimedia. But for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and drop in a pre-written announcement that I've created. And to help you see this for this demonstration, I'm going to click on the 6 dots here on the right. This is going to allow me to make this bigger if I click and drag on it. So as mentioned, I've included a hyperlink in the middle. I've added icons to make it more intuitive for the students. And I've even included a link to my email in case they have questions and they want to contact me directly. Once I'm comfortable with my announcement, I'm going to go ahead and click on this button right here. For those of you that might not be familiar, this is called Accessibility Checker. This is going to tell me if there's anything related to accessibility that I need to work out. But in this case, yay, I got all balloons. No issues were detected. So I'm going to go ahead and close this down. And I'm going to scroll to the settings below my announcement. A couple things worth noting. Every announcement will give you the ability to attach a file, a PDF, Word doc. This is really handy if there's something specifically that you want your students to refer to that's related to the announcement. Maybe there's homework, maybe there's a change in an assignment. You can attach directly to that announcement instead of embedding it directly in there. There might be reasons for that. And for my instructors listening in who teach multiple classes or multiple sections, there's a post to feature here where maybe you want to only send this particular announcement to a specific group. If you have different sections, maybe there's something like no class. Yay, you want to only send that to a particular group, or maybe there's a room change. You could do all of that right here. But if you don't, then it's just one class and one section. There's nothing you need to change. It's going to go out to all sections. And then one of my favorite set of features is going to be the options area. So by checking this is going to allow your students to be able to respond to your announcement. So no matter if they're receiving this via email or they're in Canvas directly, they can leave a comment. This could be a great way to get input from your students to see if how things are landing, or if they have questions, you might even ask them to do this. And similarly, you can even allow liking. Maybe there's something social in nature you want to get a thumbs up from them. You could turn both of these on or only one. I like to do that with the caveat that I don't count on students providing me feedback this way. It's so used so infrequently that you run the risk of them communicating with you and you not receiving it, or worse yet, you expecting them to communicate with you and you not that not being obvious to the students. So use it sparingly, use it, but just don't expect that all students will respond to it. But it's fun to turn it on. But the main thing that I want to share here with you today is the available from option. This is going to allow you to preload your announcement in advance. So for instance, I'm going to go ahead and choose a date in the future, as well as a time before class that day, letting them know what to expect. And this will allow me to create the announcement well in advance and still have it go out accurately and reliably, by setting the available from. Related is if I want to limit how long it's up for some reason, you can set that by the until. So maybe I only want it available for Friday and Friday alone. You could set this for that same day, the 30th, and you could change it's open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., something to that effect. I don't typically use until. I want them to be able to refer to these announcements in my courses typically, so I can leave this blank and that it will live with the course itself. It will be available in the announcements area for the students. But that's basically it. Once you're comfortable with your settings after creating your announcement, go ahead and click save. And because I set this in the future, what you'll notice is that they'll get an announcement saying this is available at a specific time. And this is what it looks like to them in Canvas. The email will look slightly different depending on their settings and how they've set up their notifications. And like I mentioned, if you want to see this in conjunction with other announcements, it will look like this. And notice that it's indicating here on the right that it's not available yet, that it won't be displayed until that date that I set. And that's it. I hope you can see how Canvas announcements can help you stay organized. And I hope you give it a try for your next class. For more tips like these, please visit the TLC Learning channel and join us for the next Tech Time session where we'll go into more detail about the Canvas announcements. Until then, take care.